Hi everyone. Today's session is on reasoning topic and direction sense. So if you look at exams like TCS, Wipro, Capgemini, Infosys, all the MNCs, they'll conduct aptitude test. Okay, in this aptitude test, they'll ask you questions on quantitative aptitude and reasoning. If we come to quantitative aptitude, the one skill area. The other skill area is reasoning. In this reasoning ability, one of the important concept is direction sense. Okay, so if when we are going to get into this particular topic, first we'll understand the questions on direction sense. Typically involves a person moving certain distances in specified direction. Okay, so the person is moving in certain distance in specified direction. So it may be north side, it may be south side, it may be east side, it may be west side. Okay, so then you have to ask to find out the distance between initial and the final point. They'll ask you to find out what is the initial point and what is the final point. The easiest way of solving these problems is to draw a diagram as read the information given in the problem and ensure that the diagram reflects all the information given in the problem. Okay, see, a man started walking towards north 10 meters. Towards north 10 meters. If that fellow is walking towards north 10 meters, okay, towards north 10 meters, and he took his right and traveled 5 meters. Okay, and traveled 5 meters. Okay, see what you have to do is, if 10 meters is this is the distance, 5 meters means half of that particular distance. Otherwise you will get what, you will get a wrong answer. Okay, sometimes he is going to ask you what are the directions. So when you are wrong with the directions, you will mess up the thing. So the point here is this. Okay, so that has to be, ensure that the diagram reflects the information given in the problem. Okay, guys, listen carefully. To solve these type of problems, you should be aware of the directions. Okay, and you should also recognize the left and right of a person walking in a particular direction. How a man is walking towards north from a particular point. Okay, he took his left. The moment you reach here, you have to realize, this direction is going to be right, this direction is going to be left, because he is traveling in this direction. Okay, if you're traveling in this direction, this will become that particular person left, so this will become that particular person's right. Okay, so you should aware of what left and right. That is one of the important point. Okay, so let's understand what are all the directions. Okay, let's understand what are all the directions. Okay, so now look at here, guys. This is always refers to what, your north. Okay, this is always refers to what, your north. This is what, guys? This is what? East. East. This is what? East. Okay. from a particular point, if you're coming towards, this is what? South. And this particular direction is called what? West. Okay. So if you are traveling towards north, this is going to be your right. Okay. This particular direction is going to be your left. He is walking towards 10 meters to his left. So you need to draw a diagram like this. Okay. So if you are going like this, this will refers to what? This will refers to what? Left. And this will refers to what, guys? Right. If we are going west direction, this will refers to right, and this will refers to what, guys? Left. If you are going in a downwards, okay, so this will refers to what? Quietly opposite of these two. So this will refers to left, and this particular direction is what? Right. This particular direction is what, guys? Right. After this, you should know what is this direction. Okay, what is this direction? Yeah, this is always, it's going to be northeast. It's going to be what? Northeast. Okay, it's going to be northeast. What this particular direction is called? So this direction is called north. Okay, northwest. Okay, northwest. This particular direction is called south. Okay, southwest. This particular direction is called south. Okay, southeast. You should be aware of these particular directions. Okay, you should be aware of this particular directions. Okay, directions. Okay, after this, so north, south, east, west, northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. And people going to ask you this particular theorem. They'll ask you to find out short distance. What is the smallest distance? Let's say this is A, this is B, this is C. Okay, so if you want to AC, then this theorem is called what, guys? Pythagoras theorem. Okay, this theorem is what? Pythagoras theorem. So that you can say AC is equals to under root of AB square plus BC square. So AC is equals to under root of AB square plus BC square. So you should know this funda to calculate. If you want the shortest distance, if you want the A and C, you should know this formula. Let's say, this is 3 and this is 4. Okay, if you want AC, then it's going to be, AB 3 square 9, AC 4 square 16. That's going to be under root of 25. Then AC will become what? 5. This is centimeters. If you assume this is centimeters, then AC is what? 5 centimeters. Then AC is what? 5 centimeters. So you need to understand. So what are all the distances? Okay, what are all the distances? You need to understand. So for that, you should know what? Pythagoras theorem, and you should know all these diagrams. Okay, all these diagrams. And people is going to ask you what is the vertical distance. Okay, what is the horizontal distance? We will see those vertical distances, horizontal distances with the examples. So we'll solve some worked out examples. We'll solve some particular questions, to get good clarity. Please pause the video and try to draw all the what is which distance. Please try to draw all the diagrams. Okay, yeah, we'll go to the next set. We'll solve particular questions. Please write down question number 1. Please write down question number 1. A person travels a distance of 8 kilometers towards east from his house, then travels 8 kilometers towards north, and then a distance of 8 kilometers towards east, and finally 7 kilometers towards north. What is the vertical distance traveled by him? What is the vertical distance traveled by him? Okay, let's see the solution. Let's see the solution. Let's see the solution. Okay, a person travels a distance of 8 kilometers towards what? East. So 8 kilometers towards east. So 8 kilometers. I don't know. So let me assume this is the first point and this is a so 8 kilometers towards east. Okay, and travels 8 kilometers towards north. From this position north is upwards, so again 8 kilometers towards north. Okay, and the distance, a distance of 8 kilometers towards east. Again he is traveling 8 kilometers towards east. Okay, 8 kilometers towards east, and finally he is traveling towards north. Again what? 8 kilometers. Again what? 8 kilometers. Okay, so let's say A, B, C, D, E. Okay, D, E. So look at here, let A is the initial point and B, E is the final point. Okay, so let A and E be the initial and the final positions. So the vertical distance traveled. So the vertical distance is going to be what, guys? The vertical distance. Okay, the vertical distance traveled by what? So what is the vertical distance? BC and DE. So BC plus DE. So that's going to be, what is BC? 8 kilometers. And what is ED? That is also 8 kilometers. 8 plus 8, that's going to be what? 16 kilometers. Okay, so then the vertical distance is going to be what, guys? 16 kilometers. Okay, 16 kilometers. Okay, let's go to the next question. Yeah, please write down a question. A person starts from his house and travels 8 meters towards west. Then he travels 6 meters towards his left. then 8 meters towards west, and then 4 meters towards south. Finally, he turns right and travels 5 meters. What is the horizontal distance traveled by him? What is the horizontal distance traveled by him? Let's go through the question. Definitely you will get your answer very easily. Look at here. A person start from his house and travel 8 meters towards west. West means, this direction. So let's say this is 8 meters. Okay, let's assume this is the initial point A. This is B. Okay, what happened now? Yeah, so then he traveled 6 meters towards his left. Left means, downwards. 6 meters. Yeah, if this is 8 meters, less than that. So this is going to be 6 meters. Okay, this is going to be what, guys? 6 meters. From here, yeah, 8 meters towards west again. So from this position, 8 meters. So he's traveling 8 meters in west side. Okay, west side. West side. So B, C. Yeah, let's take this point is D. Okay, from this particular point, he is traveling 4 meters towards south. South means what? Downwards. 4 meters. Okay, 4 meters. Wait a minute. Yeah, 4 meters. Okay, small part, 4 meters. Okay, 4 meters. Then he turned right and traveled 5. Look at here, when I am going south, so this particular direction is going to be what? Right. Okay, so this is how much? 5 meters. This is how much, guys? 5 meters. So D, E, and this particular point is what? F. So what is he asking? Horizontal distance is asking. So I can say A is the initial point and F is the final point. Okay, F is the final point. So, okay, so let A and F be the initial and the horizontal positions, initial and the final positions. So then the horizontal distance will become what? What is the horizontal distance will become? Okay, so FE plus DC plus, okay, DC plus what? What is the next horizontal distance? BA. So that's going to be what, guys? So this is how much? 5 plus 8 plus 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 5 will give you what? Okay, 21 meters. 21 meters. So the horizontal distance is what, guys? 21 meters. 21 meters. Let's go to the next question. Let's go to the next question. Right on. Next question. Mahesh travels 3 meters towards east and then turn his right, travels 4 meters. Okay, what is the distance between the initial and the final positions of Mahesh? What is the distance between initial and final positions of Mahesh? So Mahesh travels 3 meters towards east. From a particular point, he traveled, he traveled what? 3 meters. Okay, 3 meters, 3 meters. So 3 meters he traveled like this. Okay, from this position he took right. Okay, he took his right. So from this particular point, so east, and then he took his right. So right means which direction? The downwards. What? How many meters? 4 meters. Okay, he is asking. So this is the initial point and this is the final point. Let's say this is C. So I want the distance between A and C. A and C. So if you want AC, okay, if you want AC, according to the Pythagoras theorem, AC is equals to what? AB square plus BC square. So that will give you what? AB square. So what is AB? 3 meters. So 3 square plus BC square. What is BC? 4 square. So that will give you, so 9 plus 4 square is what? 16. So that will give you root 25. So that will give you what? 5. Okay, that will give you what? 5 meters. So AC. So the distance between the initial and final point is what? Okay, initial and final point is what, guys? 5 meters. 5 meters. Okay, 5 meters. Let's go to the next question. Let's go to the next question. Please write out. Okay, let's go to the next question. Yeah. Starting from his house, Venkat walks a distance of 8 meters towards north. Venkat walks a distance of 8 meters towards north. Then he turns left. And walks 6 meters. Then walks 3 meters towards south. Then walks 3 meters towards south. And finally travels 6 meters towards west to reach his office. What is the distance between his house and office? What is the distance between his house and office? And also find in which direction is his office located with respect to his house. So please understand the question. In this particular question, you need to understand 2 points. Okay, you need to understand 2 points. First, you need to figure it out from his house to office. What is the distance? And in which direction? Okay, and in which direction his office is located with respective. Okay, his house is located with respective office. Okay, from office his house, in which direction, that person is asking. Okay, that person is asking. Okay, so simply follow the directions, you can get your answer. Okay, simply follow the directions, you can get your answer. What he's saying initially, starting from his house, Venkat walks a distance of 8 meters towards north. You know, 8 meters. Towards which direction? North. Let's say this is point A, so he reached point B. From that particular point, turn left. Left means, this direction, west direction. And he traveled 6 meters. And he traveled what? 6 meters. Okay, and then 3 meters towards south. So from this position 3 meters. Okay, so this is what? 3 meters. From here, finally is traveling what? 6 meters towards west. West means this direction. So this is what? 6 meters. 6 meters. Okay, this is what? 6 meters. Yeah, 6 meters. 6 meters towards west. So he's asking, so B, let's say this is C, D and E. So this is a starting point and this is a final point. I want this direction. I want this direction. If I want this direction, I should know this, because this is 6 meters. This is also will become 6. So this will become what? So this is also 6 meters. Yes or no? So look at here. If this is 3, so this particular point will become what? 5. Yes or no? So from here to here, the distance is what? 5. So if you look at, it's a triangle of, let me draw separately here. It's a triangle of, let's say, this is a point, F. A, F, this is E. So if you want AE square, that's going to be what? AF square plus EF square. So this is 12, because 6 plus 6 is what? 12. This is what? 5. So that is nothing but, so if you want AE, so AE will become AF. AF is what? AF is what? 5 square plus that is 12 square. So that is going to be 5 square how much? 25. 12 square how much? 144. So that will become under root of 169. So that will become, so 169. So 169. What is 169 square root? E. So AE. So the distance between A and E is how much, guys? 160. Sorry, 13. Okay, 13 meters. So this will become 13 meters. And you have one more question. Okay, his office is towards what? Northwest of his house. This is house. This is house. This is office. From house, office is which direction? So this is which direction? Okay, this is which direction? So the direction is what? Northwest direction. So the direction is what? Northwest direction. So in this particular question, you need to understand the distance between house and office, and the distance between, what? And the distance between what is the direction. So you need to figure it out, the direction and the distance. Okay, so we got the direction as 13 meters and distance as 30 meters. I'm sorry, distance as 13 meters and direction as northwest. Let's go to the next question. Let's try to solve next question. Yeah, starting from, please write down, starting from her house, Ramya traveled 8 meters towards west, then turned right, and traveled 15 meters. She then traveled 20 meters towards east, followed by 20 meters to south to reach to reach to reach a park. To reach a park. How far how far is her house from the park, and in which direction? And in which direction? So look at here. Let A and look at here. So first follow the question. So Ramya traveled 8 meters towards west. This is a particular point. House. West means this side, 8 meters. Okay. So let's say this is A, this is B. For our reference only. From there, what happened? Turn right means what? Towards north. How many meters? 15 meters. Okay, 15 meters. Let's say this is C. From this particular point, she then traveled 20 meters towards east. This is the east direction, 20 meters. Okay, 20 meters. Okay, so this direction. So let's say she reached point D. From this particular point, towards south, she traveled 20. So from here it is 15. So below that. So it's going to be what? 20. Let's say this is point E. This is point E. So if you closely observe, if you want from starting point to ending point, okay, if you want from starting point to ending point, what is the distance? So A is the starting point and E is the ending point. So I can say this is 8. So this is total 20. So this is 8. So this will become what? 12 meters. Okay, this will become what? 12. This is 20, and obviously here till now here it is 15. So this will become what? 5. This will become what? 5. 5 meters. 5 meters. So let's say it's a new triangle. So let's say this is F. So again there is a right angle triangle A F E. Okay, so this is 12 and this is what? Again a 5. Okay, so if you want AE, so directly I can write AE is equals to under root of 12 square plus 5 square. That is nothing but 144 plus 25. Yes or no? 144 plus 25. That will give you under root of 169. That is nothing but 13 meters again. 13 meters again. So what is the question? Yeah. Ramya house is towards northwest from the park. Okay. Ramya house, this is which direction? Northwest. So northwest direction from the park. So this is park. This is her house. Okay, so what is this direction? So this direction is always called what? Northwest direction. Okay, the direction is always called what, guys? Northwest direction. Okay, northwest direction. Northwest direction. Okay, chalo. Let's go to the next question. Let's go to the next question. Let's go to the next question. Please write down. Please write down. A person walks 4 kilometers towards west. 4 kilometers towards west. Then turn his right. Then turn his right. Then turn his right to travel 9 kilometers. To travel 9 kilometers. 9 kilometers. He turned towards east. He turned towards east and travels 12 kilometers. And travels 12 kilometers. Finally, 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 he travels 3 kilometers towards. Finally, he travels 3 kilometers towards south, south, south. How far? How far? How far is he from the initial position? Initial position. Okay. Please follow the story. Please follow the story. A person walks 4 kilometers towards west. So west is, for your reference, let me write here. Yeah, north, south, east. This is what, guys? West. West, how many kilometers, guys? 4 kilometers. West. Okay. Then he turn his right. Right means what? Upwards. Okay. Right means what? Upwards. Okay. And he traveled what? 9 kilometers. 9 kilometers. He turned east and traveled 12. Look at it, he turned east. East means this side. So if this is 4 means, there is a long way to go. Yeah. So this total is what? 12 kilometers. He's going in this direction, east. Finally, he travels 3 kilometers towards south. Look at here, this is 9 kilometers. So 3 kilometers, very smaller part. Very smaller part. This is 3 kilometers. This is 3 kilometers. Okay. Yeah. Now look at here, please understand the situation. So this total is what, guys? 9. So the total distance here is what? 9. Okay. When this is 9, okay, when this is 9, look at here. You understand, the total is 12. So I can say this is what? 8 kilometers. This is what? 8 kilometers. So you need to figure it out to this particular distance. So let's say this is A, B, C, D, E. I don't know this point. Let's take this point as what? F. But what is this distance? If this is total is 9, so I can say this distance is what? 6. Okay, I can say this distance is what, guys? 6. Okay. Are you getting my point? 6. So you want AE. Okay, you want AE. So AE square, which is equals to under root of A F square plus F E square. So that is nothing but under root of AF. AF is how much? 6 square plus FE how much? 8 square. So that is nothing but 6 square 36, 8 square, okay, 64. That is nothing but root of 100. So AE. So AE is how much, guys? 10 kilometers. So this distance will become what? 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers. Okay, 10 kilometers. I hope you understood. Okay, we'll go to the next question. We'll go to the next question. We'll go to the next question. Okay. Charan travels 7 kilometers towards south, and then 5 kilometers towards his left. He further travels 5 kilometers towards south. How far is he from starting point? Okay, please try to draw the diagram. Once you are able to draw the diagram, your job is done. So Lakshman travels 7 kilometers towards south, from a particular point. South means the downwards. So this is what? 7 kilometers. Okay, 7 kilo. Let's say this is point A, this is point B. Okay, next what happened? Then 5 kilometers towards left. Okay, left. So this is left. 5 kilometers. So left. 5 kilometers. 5 kilometers. Okay. He further travels 5 kilometers towards south. From this particular point, further 5 kilometers towards south. So what he is asking, how far he is from starting point. How far he is from starting point. Okay, so please understand the situation. Please understand the situation. Okay, please understand the situation. So he is how far? So let's say this is a starting point. So let's say C and this is D. So I want this particular distance, yes or no? I want this particular distance. So how I am going to figure it out is a point. So let's make extend this. So again this is it's going to be a right angle triangle. So this is 7. So this will become what? 5. This is 5. This is also what, guys? 5. So you will come across a diagram like this. Okay, so A. So let's imagine this is E. Okay, E. This is D. So this is what? 5. This is what? 7 plus 5 is how much, guys? 12. Yes or no? 12. So this will become under root of 12 square plus 5 square. So that will become, already we have solved so many on the same note. So 25. So I want AE. So AE is equals to how much? 169. Then AE is how much, guys? 13. Okay, then AE is how much? 13. So answer for this question is what? 13 kilometers. Answer for this question is what? 13 kilometers. Okay, 13 kilometers. Okay, I hope you understood this. Let's go to the next question. Let's go to the next question. Okay, let's go to the next question. Mr. Ram travels 5 kilometers towards west, turns left, and travel 3 kilometers, and travels 3 kilometers, and then travels another 5 kilometers towards south. He then turns right and travels 1 kilometer to reach hospital. How far is the hospital from his starting position in kilometers? Okay, so Mr. Ram first traveled what? 5 kilometers towards west. This is a particular point. He traveled 5 kilometers towards west. This is the direction. Okay, so let's say this is A, this is B, 5 kilometers. From that, what is happening? Then he turned left and moved a distance of, turn left, moved, he is traveling a distance of what? 3 kilometers. Left means, this side, yes or no? South side, 3 kilometers. Let's say this is point C. 3 kilometers. Okay, so this is 3 kilometers. Okay, 3 kilometers, and then travels another 5 kilometers, 5 kilometers towards south. He is continuing his journey. Towards south only. Okay, towards south only. So Okay, so let's take, break this condition, the remaining is what? 5. He reached, let's say, point D. He reached, let's say, point D. From the last position, what he is doing? He turned right and travels 1. Right means which side? West side again. 1 kilometer. This is 1. So he's asking what is how far, he reached hospital finally. Let's say this is hospital. Let's say this is point E. Okay, so from starting point to ending point is asking. So I want this direction. If I want this direction, let's make, this is going to be a right angle triangle, no? Yes or no? Like this. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be a right angle triangle. Let's say this is E, let's say this is F. So A, F and E. Okay, so this is 5. So this will become what? 1. So the total will become what? 6. Okay, this is 5 and this is 3. So this will become what? 8. So your answer is what? Under root of 8 square plus 6 square. So under root of 64 plus 36. So that is nothing but under root of 100. So FE. Okay, I don't want FE. I want AE. Okay, EA. So that will give you what? 10 kilometers. That will give you what? 10 kilometers. That will give you what, guys? 10 kilometers. Okay, that will give you what? 10 kilometers. Okay, let's go to the next question. Let's go to the next question. Okay, let's go to the next question. Please write down. Ramesh traveled 6 kilometers towards north, 6 kilometers towards north, and then turned left and moved a distance of 3 kilometers, and then turned left and moved a distance of 3 kilometers. From there, he turned left and moved a further distance of 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers. How far is he from the starting point? How far he is from the starting point? Okay, let's draw the diagram. Ramesh traveled 6 kilometers towards where? 6 kilometers towards north. From a point, he traveled like this 6 kilometers. A, B. From this particular point, he turned left hand side. So he turned left hand side. This is left hand side, and traveled how many meters? 3 kilometers. So let's say this is 3 kilometers. He reached point C. From there, again he took his what? Left means downwards. This is also what? 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers. Okay, so he's asking how far he is from the starting point. So look at here, this is 3. So I want this particular distance. So initially he traveled 6 kilometers. Yes or no? Initially he traveled what? 6 kilometers. If this is 2, this will become what? 4. When this is 4, I want, a diagram like this. So A, let's say this is C, D, let's say this is E, D. So what is A, D and E? 3. What is E and A? 4. I want this. So that is nothing but root of 3 square plus 4 square. That will give you 9 plus 16. So that will give you under root of 25. So that will give you what? 5. That will give you what? 5 kilometers. So answer for this question is what? So Ramesh From starting point to ending point, the answer is what? 5 kilometers. Answer is what? 5 kilometers. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Let's go to the next question. Please write down the question. Please write down the question. Rakesh traveled 500 meters. Rakesh traveled 500 meters from his house towards north. Towards north. Towards north. Then he took left turn and traveled 80 meters. And traveled 80 meters. Then 260 meters towards his left. Again 400 meters towards his left. How far is he from starting point? Rakesh traveled 500 meters towards his house. Okay. From his house, he traveled towards north direction. So north, this is north, 500 meters. Okay. Let's say this is A and this is B. From this position, he took left turn and traveled 80. Left means west side. Okay. 80. This is 500, it should be very small, 80. Okay, let's say he reached point C. From this particular point, then 260 meters. Okay, he took left and traveled 80, then 260 meters towards his left. Left means, downwards. Okay, towards south, 260. Let's say this is 260 and he reached a point called D. This is a point D. Okay, from this position, okay, left, again 400 meters towards his left. After reaching here, the left, which side is left? The left is going to be east side. Left is going to be east side. Yes or no? Left is going to be what? East side. From this particular point, let's say this is point D. This is point D. So now he is going towards left 400 meters. Okay, the total distance is what? 400. So this is 80. So this will become 320 because the total is what? 400. Okay, so he stopped here. Okay, he stopped here. Okay, so let's say this is point E. Okay, let's say this is point E. He is asking from starting point to ending point, what is the distance? So again you come across, so this kind of situation. So total is 500, this is 260. So remaining would be what? 240. So this will become 240. So this is what? 320. Yes or no? This is what? 320. So what is the, calculate and tell me what is A and E? What is A and E? Okay. Yeah. So you need to figure it out. Under root of 240 square plus under root of 320 square. Okay. So if you calculate, you will get a square root of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you will get like this. So this is nothing but 4 square is 16. So you will get to include the zeros. So you will get what? 400 meters. You will get what, guys? 400 meters. So 400 meters is the answer for this particular question. Okay, 400 meters is the answer for this particular question. Okay. Chalo, next Next question. Next question. Please write down. Please write down. A clock is placed. A clock is placed that at 9 a.m. A clock is placed that at 9 a.m. At 9 a.m. At 9 a.m. The minute hand points towards northeast. The minute hand points towards northeast. Northeast. Okay, the minute hand points towards northeast. Which direction does the hour hands? Which direction does the hour hand points at 3 p.m.? Our hands points at 3 p.m. Okay, 3 p.m. 3 p.m. This is actually a circle. Okay, this is actually a circle. Okay, so generally, so let me write. So this is 9, this is 3, so this is 12, this is 6. When the time is 9 o'clock, the minute hand, generally, this is the hour hand, the smaller hand, the bigger hand. When the time is 9 o'clock, actually this is north, east, south and west. This is the actual position. But that according to our question, the actual positions are not like that. This is 9, this is what 3, this is what actually 6, this is what 12, this is what now, yeah, the hour hand. Okay, don't confuse yourself. Yeah, he's talking about only 9 and 3, no? Yeah, so he's talking about when the time is 9 o'clock, this is a minute hand and the smaller one is what, hour hand. So he's saying when the time is 9 a.m. the minute hand points towards what, northeast. Guys, when this will become northeast, okay, so this will become what, southwest. When this will become southwest, this will become what, southeast. When this will become southeast, this will become what, northwest. Okay, so what is the question is asking? When the time, which direction does the hour hand points when the time is 3 o'clock? When the time is 3 o'clock, the hour hand means what? This particular, the smallest one, the smallest one will show. So you need to draw the, you need to change the direction. So this is the hour hand and this is the minute hand. When the time is 3 o'clock, this shows what, southeast. So answer for this question is what, southeast. Okay, answer for this question is what, guys, southeast. Okay, so this is the one variety of the questions, so you need to concentrate. Okay, you need to concentrate. Okay, let's try to solve the next question. Let's try to solve the next question. Please write down. When a watch shows 7:45, the minute hand points towards east. When a watch shows 7:45, a minute hand points towards east. When the watch shows 3 o'clock, which direction does the hour hand points? When the watch shows 3 o'clock, which direction does the hour hand points? Okay, hour hand points. Hour hand points. Hour hand points. Guys, generally, this is your clock. Okay, this is north, this is east, This is what west, this is what south. This is 6 o'clock, this is 7 o'clock. Okay, so actually when the time is 7:45, this is 8, this is 9. So this is actually minute hand, and the hour hand is in between that. This is the actual timing. Okay, this is what actual timing. But what is saying? What is saying? Minute hand shows. Uh, Minute hand shows what? East side. Yes or no? The minute hand shows what? When the time is 7:45, minute hand shows what? East. Means this is the general. According to our question, this is east when the time is 7:45. Okay, wait, this is 9, this is 8, this is 7, this is 6. Okay, so this is our hand. Actually this will become what? East. When this will become east, okay, this will become what? West. When this will become west, obviously the timings will change. Yes or no? So this will become south, this will become what? North. This will become what? North. Now what is he asking? What is he asking when the time is 3 o'clock? So now the directions are changed. South to north, this is west, this is what? East. When the time is 3 o'clock, so this is minute hand, this is our hand, so this is 3. Okay, this is our hand. So what is asking? Yeah, when the time is 3 o'clock, which direction does the hour hand point? So this is our hand, this is minute hand. So our hand points to which direction? West. Our hand points to which direction? West. Okay, our hand points to which direction? West. Okay, our hand points to which direction, guys? West direction. Okay, west direction. Okay, we'll try to solve one more question based on this particular concept. Okay, one more question based on this particular concept. Please write down. Please write down. Please write down. A clock is placed in such a way, in such a way that, in such a way that at 12 o'clock, at 12 o'clock, the hands points towards northeast. Okay, the points towards northeast. Okay, the points towards northeast. In which direction does our hand points at 6 p.m.? In which direction does our hand points? When the time is 6 o'clock, guys. Now no need of calculating, no need of writing actual diagram. And now when the time is 12 o'clock, this is 12, this is 3, this is what? 6, this is what? 9. Actually when the time is 12 o'clock, both hands will be like this. So he's saying this direction is what? Northeast. When he's saying this direction is northeast, so this will become north, this will become east. Okay, this will become north and this will become east. Okay, so when this is north, this will become what? West. When this will become west, this will become what? South. So the 9 o'clock will become what? Northwest. Okay, this will become what? Northwest. When this will become northwest, this will become what? Southwest. When this will become southwest, this will become what? Southeast. That's it. He is asking when the time is when the time is 6 o'clock. When the time is 6 o'clock, the hour hand shows towards 6, minute hand shows towards 12. So this is which direction? So this is which direction? South. Okay, the answer for this question is what? Southwest. Okay, so answer for this question is what, guys? Southwest. Okay, southwest. Okay, southwest. Let's go to the next question. Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay, please write down next question. Please write down, guys, next question. One evening One evening, Surya was facing a tree. Surya was facing a tree. The shadow of the tree fell to his right. The shadow of the tree fell to his right. Which direction was he facing? Which direction was he facing? Okay, which direction was he is facing? Okay, he is facing. Let's take, there is a tree. There is a tree. Okay, Surya was facing a tree. If this is a tree, there is a man, Surya, Surya is facing a tree. He's saying what? In the evening. So, in the evening means what? Okay, so sun rises where? East. So, sun sets where? West. So, now the sun is here. Now the sun is here. When sun is here, the tree shadow will be this side. Okay, tree shadow will be this side. So what is saying, okay, what is saying, the shadow will fall right of his particular, when the shadow is right of his thing. So means what? When, let's say, Surya is facing towards north. Okay, Surya is facing towards north means, if I am facing towards north, the tree is here. Okay, sun is coming from here, the tree shadow will be this side. So this is what? Right of that fellow only, no? So right of that fellow means the Surya is facing towards where? North. When Surya is facing towards north, then only this particular situation will occur. So answer for this question is what? North side. Okay, north side. He was facing which direction? North direction. He was facing which direction? North direction. Okay, north direction. Okay, north direction. Let's go to the next question. One evening, Dinesh and Manasa sat on a park such that their backs are towards each other. Such that their backs are towards each other. If if Dinesh's shadow is falling to his left, Dinesh's shadow is falling to his left. Okay, which direction is Manasa facing? Which direction is Manasa facing? It's very easy one. Okay, very easy one. So Dinesh shadow is to his left. Okay, Dinesh shadow is on his left hand side. Okay, so when Dinesh shadow is left hand, there are two persons. They sat like this. Okay, let's say this is Dinesh, this is Mansa. Okay, so in the evening, sun will come this side. So when Dinesh is facing towards south, okay, then only, because when I am facing towards south, so this will become right and this will become what? Left. Sorry, this will become left and this will become what? Right. So when Dinesh is facing towards south, Manasa will face what? Towards north. Okay, so then only, what is the question? In the question he is saying Dinesh shadow is falling on his left. Yeah, when Dinesh shadow is falling on his left, he is facing towards which direction? Yeah, he is facing obviously towards south. When this fellow is facing towards south, then Manasa will face what? Towards north. When Manasa is facing towards north, okay, what is the question? So Manasa is facing towards which direction? Manasa is facing towards which direction? North direction. Okay, north direction. Okay, next question. Next question. Next question, guys. Write down. One morning, Ram and Sham were talking, facing each other, facing each other, facing each other. Okay, facing each other, facing each other. It is observed that Ram's shadow fell to his left. It is observed that Ram's shadow fell to his left. To his left. Then which direction was Sham facing? Which direction was Sham facing? Okay, facing each other, there are two persons, so definitely the two persons will be like this. Who is Sham, who is Ram, I don't know. You have to decide, sun is come from this direction. Okay, I don't know who is this person, so this will become what? Left. This will become what? Right. For this particular person, this will become left and this will become right. When sun is coming from this side, okay, it is observed that Ram's shadow fell on his left. So I can say if this is Ram, sun is come from this side, so then only the shadow will be here. Yes or no? Are you getting my point? So then only the shadow will be here. When the shadow is here, this fellow is Ram. So Ram is facing towards, according to the direction, north, this is south. So Ram is facing towards where? North. Then Sham is facing towards where? South. So what is the question? Which direction Sham is facing? So which direction Sham is facing? Okay, so Sham is facing which direction? Sham is facing towards south. Sham is facing towards where, guys? South. The simple logics, guys. You have to concentrate. The job is going to be very easy, very easy. Okay. Next question. Please try to write the next question. One morning, Ravi observed that his shadow fell to his right. Okay, his shadow fell to his right. Fell to his right. Which direction is he facing? Which direction is he facing? Morning means what? Sun will come this direction. So he's saying what? Sun will come in this direction. He's saying what? His shadow fell on his right. His shadow fell on his where? Right. So look at here. So definitely shadow will be this side. Shadow will be this side. So he's saying this particular direction is right. This particular direction is what? Right. So when this is right, this is what? Left. But let's say you are facing north. Let's say you are facing north. Okay, let's say you are facing north. When you are facing north, okay, let's say you are facing this direction. Let's assume you are facing north. This is what your left. This is what your right. So this is not your. You are not facing towards what? North. So you are facing what? Let's say towards south. When you are facing towards south, okay, then only your shadow will be on your right. Yes or no? Okay, so shadow will be on your left. Falling on his what? Right. So when this is right, so you are facing towards what? South. Okay, you are facing towards what? South. So answer for this question is what, guys? South. Answer for this question is what? South. Okay, answer here is what? South. Next question. Next question, guys. Please write down next question. Next question. Write down. Yeah. Ramesh started walking towards north to reach his school. Ramesh walking towards north to reach his school. To reach his school. Okay. After walking, so after reaching the school, he turned 180 degrees in clockwise direction. 180 degrees clockwise direction. And 45 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. 45 degrees anti-clockwise direction. Which direction is he facing now? Which direction is he facing now? Okay, which direction is he facing now? So initially he traveled which direction? North. He traveled this direction. So this is north. Concentrate. Whenever you are getting a doubt, he reached this point, right? So again make small direction. So again this is north. This is what east. Okay, this is what west. This direction is what south. Okay, this direction is what, guys? South. Now what happened? 180 degrees clockwise, from this particular point, 180 degrees. So he's facing towards north. 180 degrees means, he's facing towards north. 180 degrees, this will become 180 degrees, yes or no? So after turned 180 degrees, that person is facing towards south. That person is facing towards south because it's a clockwise direction. From this particular point, 45 degrees anti-clockwise, after reaching this particular position. Okay, first he reached like this. Again, from this particular position he is traveling 45 degrees anti-clockwise, means this direction that fellow is going to, he is now at this particular point. He is now at this particular point. Okay, this particular point means what? So now he is at it. He is facing which direction? Okay, he is facing which direction? Look at here. Initially he is at this particular direction. So 45 degrees anti-clockwise direction. So now that fellow is facing this direction only, okay. So Ramesh is facing this direction. So this is what? East. This is what? South. So this direction is called what? Southeast. This direction is called what? Southeast. Okay, this direction is called what, guys? Southeast. Okay, southeast. Answer for this question is what? Southeast. Let's try to solve the next question. Please write down. Mahesh, who is facing north, turns 90 degrees in clockwise, and then 135 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, 135 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, which direction he is facing now? Okay, which direction he is facing now? Look at here, guys. Wait a minute. Yeah. So initially he is facing towards north. Okay, north. Initially he was facing towards what? North. When he is facing towards north, 90 degrees. 90 degrees means what? Yeah, 90 degrees which direction? Clockwise direction. So north 90 degrees. 90 degrees means he turned towards what? East. He turned towards 90 degrees clockwise. So now that person is facing towards east. Initially north. This is the first step. This is the second move. Okay, from this position 135 degrees anti-clockwise. So this is what? East. So this will become 90. So now anti-clockwise. So now this fellow is going to this direction. So now anti-clockwise. So this is step number 3, because this is 45 degrees. Okay, 45 degrees. Okay, now he turned 135 degrees anti-clockwise direction. So now he is facing. So this is the third step. Okay, so this is what? So this is north, this is west. So this will become what? Northwest. This will become what? Northwest. So he is facing which direction? He is facing northwest direction. He is facing which direction? Northwest direction. So guys, so that's how we can end our session. So today we have solved questions based on direction sense. Okay, so what all the questions we have seen? So first, all the directions, followed by north, east, south, west, then northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. Okay, then we have seen Pythagoras theorem. So initially we have solved questions based on what is vertical distance, what is horizontal distance. After vertical and horizontal, with the Pythagoras theorem, we have calculated few questions. Okay. After Pythagoras theorem, we have calculated questions based on clocks. Okay, we have calculated questions based on clocks. Okay, how the actual clock and how it was manipulated. Okay, so questions based on clocks we have solved. Okay, after that, what are all the questions we have solved? After that we solved when shadow type of questions, when the time is evening or morning. Okay, how your shadow will be on your left or right. Okay, so shadow questions is one of the important questions. With the common sense and some bit of consciousness, you can get your answer very easily. Okay, so that is all about your shadow morning evening questions. Then we have solved questions on angles. Okay, when he's turning 45 degrees clockwise direction and then he's traveling 90 degrees anti-clockwise direction. So how to solve these type of particular questions is also important. Okay, so these type of questions also we have solved. Okay, we have solved. So how to calculate so finally he is facing which direction? So he is facing northeast or northwest or north. So these type of questions also we have seen. So we have seen all the varieties of questions from direction sense. Yes, trust me, one or two questions will come in any competitive exam. So please try to focus here so that you can get your answers very easily. Follow with the question. It's a story kind of questions. Read the story, draw the diagram, get your answer. Okay. So thanks for being in my session. Have a great day. Thank you, guys.